Oh my god! Happy to chat, let's go! Hello, King. One, thanks, dude. Oh my god. What the heck, man?
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Escalated quickly. Hey, traders. Welcome to episode 882, I think. We'll never really know ever again. But you could be doing anything, but you're here. And you might be here for Bitcoin, but Bitcoin hasn't done anything in like 6 days, man. I mean, you know, it might be getting ready to run to the upside again. It's very possible, but there's not enough concrete evidence, or I guess concrete variables for me to be super confident, right? Where, you know, it's like, oh, hey, daily bullish divergence. We just don't have it yet. But we are waning on negative momentum, and that could continue on while Bitcoin maybe makes higher highs. Remember, we've only gone as low as a 50% retrace from the rally. 50% lost half the value. That was confluent with a historical support resistance. Same thing, right? I mean, unless you're like just tuning in for the first time ever or in a while, it's just the same friggin' analysis, dude. Okay, so daily not showing so much besides a little bit of, you know, it's like consolidation and churn. 4 hour. Starting to look more like, I mean, somewhat kind of like inverse head and shoulders of some sort, double, you know, whatever. I'm not going to call it anything. Okay, I've already, you know, decided like this kind of the wedge pattern, and it's making a higher low now. Kind of looks like you know, some distribution, but it's holding support, and I guess it's holding the RSI trend line still. It was, see, what was worrying me a little bit about Bitcoin on the 4 hour is like it was losing all its positive momentum. It's gone, you know, it's like gone. And normally when you get to neutral, you start selling off and you get some negative momentum, but that's just not happened yet. And I think there is a chance you could run to higher prices before selling off to lower lows again, if you're going to, right? Because that's the context, right? We're putting the puzzle pieces together with the daily and the 4 hour. And we just really, from even your just most conservative swing high to low, you haven't even hit a 38% retrace yet, which should tell you something. That commonly we retrace at least 38% of the way. And again, that, you know, you could be loose in Fibonacci from up here, and you've just only hit a 23% retrace and no higher. So if you Fibonacci that way, we're talking between 9210 and 9700 is the retrace before the reversal, which could make sense because you have that supply line, right? The large descending broadening wedge. But again, with such little evidence or such little, I mean, there just aren't enough variables to be too confident on the rally it was going to see or what it might see. So, you know, you can Fibonacci more conservatively. And I'm just talking about like when you don't have like the weapon of the daily on your side, right? It's just not as reliable. So you can't be as confident. But with that being said, we look at the 60-minute too, and we'll get to equities. Oh my God. So it's like maybe left shoulder, double head, right shoulder, but you know, it's kind of like distribution with a buy wall, kind of, right? I'm just like, I don't think I have much of an edge. I think I had kind of an edge on the 4 hour. That's like while the official trade setup was done, or unofficial trade setup was done, it was just this, man. Right, where the entry was where it was at, like, you know, 8,500, right at that critical horizontal line support. I liked the divergence on the RSI, but again, it just wasn't that. There wasn't anything on the daily yet, so it's like, you know, hadn't even hit like 9150. So I do think there is still room to run to the upside if you just Fibonacci, and you know we've only hit a 23% retrace and no higher. That's it. Okay. You get it. Bitcoin on the daily, 4 hour, the 60-minute. Great. So to a market that actually did something, like a lot of something today, holy crap. S&P 500, the Dow Jones made its second largest point gain in history, only coming in second place to what? Monday? So what a resounding run, and the rally at the end of the day was insane. just like we had on Monday. Like, we're just the last 15 minutes just bonkers. And so what happened, traders settled up at their highest point since, February 26th. You broke above a gap. I mean, you truly filled the gap.
Is that a joint?
Tough day for the Bears.
Yeah, Grub Man. Well, it's tough, right? It's really tough gauging what the next day is going to do, right? When we're getting 1,000 point swings, right? Dark cloud cover was kind of a topic of discussion yesterday. And what was something that happened yesterday that wasn't foreseen by the markets, me, you, anyone really? Bernie getting wrecked, Biden getting selected, anointed by the DNC, and he's pretty much a shoo-in now. I mean, like, yeah, Bernie might have a chance, dude, but it's like looking at the delegates. I mean, Biden's got it, man, for the most part. And so I think the market might have responded to that. And the delayed effect of the Fed cutting rates by 50 basis points coincide those two variables together. And you got a small gap up today, opened around 3,050. Sold off a little bit. The thing about the gap up here was you opened above 3,022, 3,029. That's huge. That's a big deal. Like, the fact that you couldn't fall below that was telling. And then the rally started, and it was just like, it didn't stop all day. I mean, even looking at this, like the session, like, 5-minute candles, it was like just accumulation with a sell wall, and eventually, late in the day, that little accumulation sell wall got broken to the upside, and it just kept going, man. So it seems like market participants liked that Biden was going to be the opponent of President Trump, just because, socialism's terrible. Bernie wants, was it capital gains tax to be like income tax or something, same amount. It would be terrible. Like, for anyone who trades, I don't know how you could like Bernie or Warren. Those people they want to take money from people like us that are trying to make trades as a hobby or full-time, whatever. They want to take more of your money away and give it to people who don't do anything. That's like what they're doing. So it's like the market's like, oh, okay, good. He's definitely not, that movement's not here yet. So socialism, it's going to die out for a little while with Bernie. But anyway, not trying to get into politics, but how can we not talk about politics when it's the primaries, Democratic primaries, man? So don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, man. It's not a Japanese candlestick. It's just a big green impulse candle. And there's a gap right here that was already filled, but that's kind of like right where you closed at. And we know with these gap fills, Volkowski talks about 22% of the time, areas of gap fill, whether they're filled or not, can act as support or resistance. So it's like you just closed right at that December 10th gap fill. So, hey, we got another gap up here at 33.38. Don't know when that's going to be, but hey, V-shaped recovery might still be in effect. If we get follow-through price action tomorrow, holy crap, right? So the hammer that had the multi-year high volume, we're talking highest volume in 5+ years, a 50% retrace from that major low to high, that 50% that was confluent with the initial all-time high of the market expansion after the presidential election. All those variables were strongest, and that was the reversal. And so follow through, no follow through, and then now we're getting more follow through. So we'll see. It could be another 1,000-point swing to the downside. I'm not sure, man, but good luck. I'll tell you, equities had a really nice recovery, and then you had like Campbell's Soup, dude, that killed it. They like raised their guidance. Who here is ordering Campbell's Soup, man? Campbell's Soup up 10%. Pretty wild, this one, right? It had its like channel, then it also had that bump and run breakout Or where you had those two resistance points connected. You can see you broke it. It looks like you back tested it on the crash day or whatever. Another hammer. Look at this beautiful, beautiful hammer. Closed. Look, you fell below the 200-day moving average and somehow closed the day, that Friday, above it. And look at the follow through here. Wow. So far on candles from the height of that correction. You know, the buying climax June 2016 to the low point nearing the golden retrace, which is at $54.15. You closed right at some sort of low from October 2016. So that's not going to be easy to break.
Remember Trump screwed him on crypto trades. Plus he hates Bitcoin.
Oh, okay. Bernie, where'd you get that money from? Probably from me or someone else watching, right? I mean, don't you work for the government, man? Tax money? Okay. Thanks for the threes. What is that? Dude, I'm getting throttled. There's something wrong with my internet. I can't, kilobytes per second. Just going everywhere, and it's like in the threes. I don't like that. Are we getting any kind of visual, auditory problems right now? Because I'm getting indicated that I might be. So just need to know. Wow. Okay. I'll tell you this one though, man. This is the one that... I saw this, I looked at it on the 60-minute, I'm like, no way. No freaking way. Nvidia, dude. Always finds a way. You want to see something. 60-minute. Okay, look at this first off. This demand line, you bounced, you fell through it. You opened 240, rallied above it, right? So, okay, held that demand line. Well, look at the momentum shift. Inverse head and shoulders. Get out of here. Get out of here. Broke out today. The gap fill on Nvidia is at like $290 something, $292. With a 100% measured move of the structure being around 320, which is all-time highs. If the macro holds up, which is a huge if, Nvidia very well could see this. Remember, it had a wonderful earnings report, and the only reason this thing started selling off was because of the macro. Wasn't because Nvidia sucked all of a sudden. Nope, Nvidia is still amazing. So we'll see if there's follow through tomorrow. I mean, it's going to be really interesting. Pretty tired. Had a meeting this morning. And, you know, obviously was looking at the charts all day. So, just bear with me, man. We're running out the clock. We got 40 minutes until the daily close on Bitcoin, which is why a lot of us are here. But, man, lately, it's been all stock market. I mean, like, look, I'll have, you know, stocks, charts, all this going on, and then I'll have, like, Bitcoin right there on the top right of my screen. It's always there. Let's get, you know, devoted half a screen to it, and it's just like, meh. Keep looking at that. It's just not moving, man. New stable coin. Oh, yeah. Regeneron, dude. Oh, my God. Much better than Nvidia, kind of, in a way. I mean, as of late. Not really, but you get what I'm saying. It's biotech. It's coronavirus. Fundamental stuff. Regeneron. All-time highs. Where are we? From your high to low, today we exceeded the 127. No, not all-time highs. Sorry. I'm thinking it was in a huge consolidation pattern for years, right? And now it's breaking out of that. And that's what's so huge. So, again, from the structure of the bullish shark, the 1272 has been hit. And why is there high to low? Yeah, but why? Oh, from this high to low, there's a 2618 near the 1414. So 506 to 513. Might be confluence there. Maybe. I think we were using that too because we didn't know if it was going to keep running or not. But it's not the daily that you want to look at. It's the weekly and the monthly, man. Isn't it just the monthly? the monthly. Dude, this is your
Look here! Look, listen!
asset of the day. Freaking Regeneron. What are they going to have trials? They're working on the coronavirus cure. Thinking about Nvidia, win 70 years plus. Dude, I don't know, they have a patent on the GPU. That's pretty freaking good, man. So, what's next? I mean, you're kind of, look, you know, Grubman, 497, 500, psychological resistance. There's a good chance we could see 500. To break that, I mean, you want to talk about a measured move? We could. How is it even possible after how well it's performed? How are we going to get up here? Uh, 100% measure move will be $725. Probably better off Fibonacci. See, you've already exceeded a 618. I mean, if you can break 500, big if. The next target's 533. The 886 is 567. And the all-time highs is 605.55. This is what can happen with monthly bullish divergence. With some RSI, splash of RSI, Class C divergence. Killed it, man. I'll tell you this. One asset I liked today, scanning, because a lot are just like straight down, straight up. You know, it's no structure like Nvidia was like beautiful structure. There weren't like a crap load that stuck out, but one I saw, I'm just like, we'll see if it happens, man. Carvana? Look at this. Just go to the 4 hour. Look at this, man. All right, so I know $85 is kind of a big area of resistance, but you know, from like that peak, from Carvana 115 got all the way. I mean, it lost 33% of its value in a very short period of time, only to hit a support and bounce off of it, kind of like a double bottom. And engulfed today. If the macro holds up, there could be opportunity on Carvana for a rally. I mean, just look, you know, I know it's like, that's not going to be easy to break at all. Certainly, $85. You break $85 though, could see much higher prices. We could use Fibonacci for targeting, but you would think that maybe a target would be 101.64 at some point, that gap fill. Let's go from the high to low. I liked it because it was like, okay, there are a lot of assets that were like 7%, 10% up. Like, dude, healthcare. Best freaking rally in the healthcare sector since 2008 today. Like, Cigna killed it. So, you know, with Fibonacci context, we talk about targets between $91.80 and $100. That 618 very close to, I mean, pretty much confluent with the gap fill. Reasonable target. So you're just losing negative momentum, like, you know, you continue losing that negative momentum on higher prices. A rally continues. Of course, yeah, Carvana is public. Yeah, it was a big rising wedge pattern, but just if the macro recovers anymore, we could see higher prices, right? So, okay, I guess we can switch back. Shift gears a little bit. Video game stocks did really well today, man. It was good. Meanwhile, in crypto, like, whoa. Hold on, let me just... Oh, by the way, dude, again. It was like a weird, kind of a different name. But yeah, it's like... Lu One Kang, thank you, dude, so much for joining the Patreon. I mean, as soon as the stream started, you joined, and the Jesus chimes went off, and it's just like, what? That's like the fastest Jesus chimes ever of a stream in history, dude. So, kudos. I'm in chat. Okay. Ethereum up 0.09%. What? Oh my god. Contraction. right? Kind of range bound, right between 210 and 235. I mean, it's like kind of similar to Bitcoin in a way. But you're just now, look, you've lost all your positive momentum. You're going to negative momentum now, so always a chance this could sell off. The daily definitely tells us it's possible. Selling could continue. There's no bullish divergence yet, but you're losing negative momentum. So I think with these altcoins right now, besides Link, I guess, whichever way Bitcoin goes is going to dictate, for the most part, where the next big impulses go for the altcoins too, right? So, not much change. Dude, it's hard to talk about crypto the past week because it's gone literally nowhere, man. Don't know what to tell you. And again, like, I don't know the structure here. Am I anchoring 1 and 2? 1 and 2, fine. Symmetrical triangle pennant. Price contraction, kind of, so it's neutral. It means it can go either way. Great. I don't think I have much of an edge on the market with Ethereum right now. Litecoin looks a little like more similar to Bitcoin than Ethereum, where it's like that maybe left shoulder, double head, right shoulder stuff going on, man. Whipsawing all over this wedge crap. Not even valid, man. There's no point. I mean, you could say it's probably channel bound. It probably has some sort of descending, broadening wedge stuff like Bitcoin. Okay. We can nitpick on patterns all we want. But just doing this, right? You know there's a supply line at 61.27. If Bitcoin breaks the upside, Litecoin's going to follow. If Bitcoin rallies and hits 91.50, then Litecoin's going to go up probably to 65 bucks again. Okay. So is it just a channel, I guess? Yeah, see, it's almost just like a down sloping. Ooh, this could be, if you sell off again like this could be a really nice structure in the future, right? Where, okay, it hits it dumps. Oh my God, we're at 50 something dollars, but you're creating this crazy reversal pattern, right? So it would be a bullish reversal in this context where you sell off and you're exhausted, and then eventually you break to the upside, and we can target from the high to low pretty easily. But the question is, like, is it going to sell off again? Is Bitcoin going to sell off again? $1 million question, man. And the fact that we don't have daily divergence means we don't know. I mean, it's like we don't have an edge on the market right now. Well, yeah, Xerex, because I didn't even, I mean, crypto was barely even a thing. It was just when I started learning about charting and trading, learned it from traditional markets, not crypto, dude. So we're trying to apply traditional stuff I learned on the stock market here, right? So let's just say, hey man, we were given inside information that Litecoin has bottomed and it's gonna rally. Okay, well, getting targets, you just go from this high conservatively. It's a discernible peak, high to low, just for a trade or something. Looking between $65.25 and $70.92 makes sense. Okay, that's where the rally could lead you. Just like Bitcoin's between 91.50 and 9,500.
This week has been all about the garbage coins. The top 10 have just been sideways. Sorry about the 30% day again. Hump day.
Nefarious, man, if it's convenient for you, that's what matters, dude. So thank you, man, for the 5 super chat. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I guess the garbage coins. Huh. Is that not an oxymoron? Or whatever? So, yeah, I mean, I mean, it's been linked. Let's just look at link real quick. So you get it, right? If this higher low is real and we break out, these are your targets. But we know on the daily, based on the fact that we have no impending price action reversal to the upside, this may fail and we may go to lower prices, and that's okay. Link, dude, up 2%, 2.55%, continuing to rise. Was unable to break all-time highs on the wick, right? It up, not even up thrusted, just kind of, you know, hit it and then pull back. That's okay. It's not showing much weakness, but you are kind of diverging a little bit high. A higher high, lower levels of positive momentum. Looking very real on the 4 hour. But that's, so that might be, you know, you could get a pullback here after such a nice rally, right? Pullback, you flag, you do something, you break out 553 easy. Then after that, 590, and then 650 is the 1618, the golden mean ratio. On like the uptrend we've had plotted, had somehow miraculously you held here. You bounced, look, you sprung and then you back tested the spring of the demand line. Nuts. And you ran again. What was that, dude? Oh, that's weird. That's kind of weird me out. Faustino, Lima, Yoga. Entretenimiento. Thank you so much. Mucho gusto. Been watching Narcos. Because it's like almost all in Spanish. So it's... Narcos is really good, man. Yeah, it's a great show. Derek, what are you talking about, man? What to market? You know, gotta be specific. I think it has a purpose. It's the gatekeeper. Is it Wizzo? Well, despite anything, technically it's beautiful. And it all started with what? Chat. A textbook bullish cipher. ZRX had a textbook bullish bat. I mean, these altcoins for being S coins and all that, they still create these patterns that are very reliable. You know it if you watch this show. He's Brazilian, man. Well, Hispanic, right? I mean, or maybe Portuguese. Portuguese is Brazilian, I think. Anyway. Yeah, and I can't wait till the next season. It's gonna be good. I mean, the recent one was amazing too. I don't know. One beer, please, Leonard said. Dang, dude, I can read Spanish now. Look at that. We looked at Matic yesterday. Let's real quick, just for the sake of, you know, keeping up with what we've kind of been doing, the quad screen with the major indices. Kind of just want to gander at them all together like we've been doing. It's a good way for you to stay informed on just what's happening across the stock market. Right at the top left is the Dow Jones Industrial. That, oh my god, man, look, you know, the uptrend that it was regarded as resistance yesterday early before the nasty selling. But on the nasty selling, it came down to test a critical support. Back from October 2019 and February 2018. All right, so, and that's when it gapped up right at 26,400, pulled back just a little bit, then just the bulls all day owned this market, and you closed technically, I mean, inside this uptrend. What the heck, man? Right? So any follow the price action will get you right back in it. But the thing is with the Dow Jones, is different than the S&P 500, different than the NASDAQ is it is below the 200-day moving average still, which is 27,250. And critical overhead resistance between 27,300, 27,400 The S&P is above all that crap, right? That really strong resistance stuff that could screw you. So, I mean, the Dow Jones has a lot more work to do if it's to get above those areas. S&P, it seems like you can breathe a little bit easier, or you might be able to. I mean, besides, you know, another 1,000-point drop tomorrow, then a 1,000-point pump. This volatility is here on the equities market. I figured the crypto market would get you used to it. I mean, I think because of crypto, I was able to understand this market a lot. I guess I was able to respond or just think with a clear head, because crypto, you know, we get stupid stuff like this all the time. Oh, 5% gains? Pfft, that's a joke, kind of. That's like meh in crypto. So we're used to it. And now it's happening in stocks. It's like they reverse roles. Now Bitcoin is the stable coin, or it's the stable market, dude. Cab up. So anyway, bottom left is the IWM, the Russell 2000 ETF. Look what happened, man. You hit the critical ice line and you've done nothing. I mean, you know, you've bounced. Still, you know, you're on this one, you're like the Dow Jones, where you're below the 200-day moving average, got more work to do, right? 156, got to break that. And then really got to break above 160, 159, because that's like the, you know, you had the range. So would think you would eventually be able to test that again, even if you're going to fail. All right. So, and then the bottom right is the NASDAQ composite that never even touched the demand line of the uptrend it broke out of, but it did touch the 200-day moving average, and just stupid amounts of demand down here for a nice rally. Another nice rally. I think it's up on the year now, actually, for 2020 because of today. I think this was like the threshold area. Yep, look, I mean, January 1st. Yep, you just barely are in the green on the year on the NASDAQ. Nice. It's the only one, though, isn't it? Yeah, everything else is down on the year. That's a different characteristic of the NASDAQ right now. Sweet. I'll follow Portuguese e inglês fluentemente. I don't know, dude. I'm not good, okay, at that. So what's up, chat? I haven't had much time to engage, interact, because we've been going, man. Like I tried to get, you know, markets covered so you are more informed. That's where the value is. Like, this we're trying to do. You know, I don't want to be live and just, you know, oh, I'm watching the show and I'm getting no value out of it, right? You want to be informed. That's why you watch. So now we're looking at gold. Gold that had just a stupid nice recovery yesterday. You say yesterday, but it's like gold market. You know, this was yesterday, but it was actually today, if that makes sense, because the market closed. I mean, like the new candle opened a couple hours ago. So here's the new day. And you're right at that 1640 area we've been talking about for freaking ever. You upthrusted initially, and now you're at it. Critical freaking areas. And I say critical with an asterisk because it's really not that big of a support resistance. Because if you break it, you know, historically, where do you go after you really do break 1640? You have a nice rally to almost $1,800 an ounce. Look, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight freaking down. So when gold eventually breaks 1640 for real, and we get done flirting with this area, or it could just be absorption, buyers absorbing the sellers' sell orders here. Once you truly break it, man, it could be a huge run. And how are we going to get there, man? FOMO, maybe? Yeah, wait till FOMO happens on gold, because it can definitely occur here. We can go look at the 1950s chart or whatever of gold. It was Bitcoin, man, of its time. Brazilians speak Portuguese. Boom. Crypto date came maybe from Maybe if you're from Boston, whatever. I mean, XOM value areas. Well, you got to ask. You got to answer the question like, what sector is it in? What's in energy? Energy. It's like fracking destroyed the market. There's too much supply. The U.S. is a major exporter of oil, right? It's just, it fundamentally just doesn't make sense, right? It's like, too much supply. How can there be enough demand? Well, we've gotten real good at it. So good that there's just, you'll never have to worry about it. So energy, tough, man. You remember, it's like when you're trading, you're taking position trade, swing trade, whatever, you want to ask like the question, hey, is the overall macro bullish if you're going long, right? Is the overall macro bullish? Yes. Okay, good news. So what asset do you want? Oh, what asset? I mean, which sector is that asset in? Is that sector bullish with the macro? Yes. And then it's like, let's look at the individual asset. Is the individual asset in a bull trend currently? Yes. Okay, that's good. That meets all the criteria. That's what you want. You don't want, hey, bullish macro, bearish sector, and pretty bearish individual asset, though it is maybe there's value. It could keep going. Look at Chesapeake Energy. Look at these energy stocks, man, just getting killed. And look, on days like this, these are the ones you want to look at, right? Like, what is it? Occidental Petroleum, whatever, was down today. I mean, like, what? Underperforms when you have the second largest point swing in the history of the stock market. Not a good sign, man. Not a real good asset to be trading if you're looking to be long, right? Oh, the virus is spreading. Yep, man, it's gonna keep getting worse, man. Help us, Regeneron. You're our only hope, man. Problems with the internet? Yeah, I am having internet issues right now. I'm looking at my kilobytes per second. I'm at 3,000, 2,000, when I should normally be around 9 to 12,000. Yep, I'm effing bad. Very unstable right now. I can't do anything about it, dude. It's like just wait for this day to happen too, because it's like it always comes around once every couple months or something. It's just gonna be like I do the same normal stuff and then boom, I'm getting throttled. If it's too bad, I'll have to cut the stream. Like if it's unwatchable, then there's no point. Just have to try again or reset my internet. See, now it's like 15,000, 11,000, 3,000. Something's wrong. Like something's going on with the internet. Something's going on.
Can we take a look at VeChain?
What's up, Varize? Sure. Nice bounce, man. Nice. Aha. So it seems like you had some price contraction. You broke out to the upside. You've held it for now. And a 100% measured move would yield you up at 6.6 tenths of 1 cent. It was neutral, so it could have gone either way, but it's broken the upside and it's not even come close to hitting its target. Right, so, but it's up, hey, 5%. What? No one cares about a 5% move in crypto, but everyone loses their minds on the stock market. So where we are, I guess there's a little bit of resistance from January 15th. You think, I mean, it's all on Bitcoin, man, right? If Bitcoin stays sideways for a while, VeChain really could continue to rise to the upside. If Bitcoin breaks the upside, VeChain could break the upside. But one thing you don't want to see happen is Bitcoin break to the downside, because VeChain is just going to upthrust. This will be an upthrust, and you'd break down.
Can you look at Theta/BTC chart? Smiley face.
Sure. Marion, thanks for the shekels. I don't know The SEKs connect. Oh yeah, Theta. I haven't looked at this in a while, maybe. A nice double bottom. No, we've looked at it. None of my work saved though. Yeah, we talked about if you broke this. Oh man, there's just so much chop. It's like XRP levels of chop. So Theta, yeah, nice higher low accumulation, right? And there's like a double bottom here on the 4 hour, really clear, but you haven't broken yet. I think that's 1561 sats. You break this resistance, which is not going to be easy because it's like, look, man, tons and tons of touches right at this 1550. You break that, probably a good chance you'd see 1800 sats. Fibonacci wise, oh man, that's gonna be tougher. Yeah, if you use Fibonacci from that top, dude, I mean, maybe it's an S coin. Dreams can come true on this crap. So you haven't even hit a 23% retrace, which is 1900 sats. But I mean, you got close. So if this was to truly break all these resistances, right? 1555, 1800, you break those. There's a real good chance, just because there's, look, I mean, no resistance, no support on the way up or down, right? So you break this 25.44 to 35.64. Real talk. Real talk. So it's all about, can Theta to BTC break these critical resistance points? If you do, you could be in the promised land. If not, back to being a peasant. Okay. Great. Are we cool? Stream Connect. It looks like it's stabilizing 12,000 kilobytes per second. What is it?
Fundamentally, the CEO stepped down. Could this be a buying opportunity? Cardlytics CDLX.
Corner man, you just well, I don't even know this is working. It ain't working. You stole my thunder, man. I was doing something. Stabilize around 12,000 kilobytes per second on stream. I thank you so much.
Bruh.
Thanks for threes. Cardolytics. Well, you know how we do it, right? I mean, like, this is what he's talking about. Let's just pull it up on the other screen just so my stuff freaking saves. So I guess they didn't like that the CEO stepped down. He was a good guy. Good guy CEO. Alright. So 200-day moving average is at 47.11, down 36.72% today. Destroyed. Lots of downside potential still. Yeah, I know, it's oversold. Most oversold it's been since December 2018. No value. Not yet. Why? Because you just exceeded a 23% retrace. We know even just common retraces between $24.50 and $43. Hadn't even touched 200-day moving average. Stupid amounts of volume. Highest spike of negative momentum in history. Gap fill. $40. No, terrible. Terrible buy. Terrible. I mean, who cares if it rallies more? It's not. You didn't even get a bullish Japanese candlestick. You have nothing to go off of. Absolutely not. This would be degen trying to buy now. I mean, I don't care if it breaks the upside, dude. Do that 10 times on 10 different assets with the same type of looking stuff, and you're gonna get wrecked, man. So no, we have no edge yet on Cardolytics, man. Sorry.
Bruh.
Disgusting. No, let's look at I was look. No, it's not the look on the 8s yet, dude. I'll be debating. Wow, man. So, good old your favorite coin of all time, XRP, and people are like, "Is it a inverse head and shoulders?" Sure, maybe. Neckline gonna be around 32 cents. If this rallies here, you better rally. And I mean, I guess you can say from this low to this higher low, we have hidden bullish divergence at this area. That means impending price action, continuation to the upside. I don't know if it's going to play out. It's on Bitcoin, man. If Bitcoin rallies, XRP's got a chance. If Bitcoin dumps, XRP is going to get obliterated. That's it. It's that simple. So yeah, maybe left shoulder, maybe head, maybe right shoulder. Sure. How are we looking at this? I logged, see, my bad. Yeah, oh, look here. Listen, dude.
Look here! Look, listen!
XRP painted another falling wedge. There was another one down here, dude. This was a wedge too. It's just not shown right now. Okay, so guess what? What's target for this? This could be a trade setup that could fail if Bitcoin fails, but if Bitcoin doesn't fail, XRP's gonna maybe do things. And this is at a low risk, high reward opportunity level, kind of. First target is gonna be 28.5 cents.
Bruh.
Second target, 29.943 cents. There you go. Holy crap, chat. There is hope. There is hope for XRP. So appropriate.
XRP going to the moon. Yeah.
I don't know, sir.
Alright, all you XRP moon boys, stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Is that a joint?
Hello? Oh yes, yes. We got also something to monitor, of course. Love the YM too. Let's look here and listen. We got, of course, stock market futures. All right, let me All right, on the top is the Dow Jones Industrial, 26,889, and then you've got the S&P at 3105. Hey, it's not doing too much. Sideways. That's what we want, man. We don't want to gap up. If we gap down, we want it to be minor, and then we want to fill that gap, and that would give the fuel to the bulls to run even higher tomorrow. All right, so not too bad. No insanity. You know, I mean, insane days we've had with futures lately. It's been nuts. So just giving you an update there. Okay, dang, man. Dang. What changed, though? What you talking about, man? Second target. $700 on XRP. Yeah, man, totally. Totally, dude. Okay, yeah, it is truly, though. You were warned, man. Like, don't even be saying stuff. When we come back, and if Bitcoin holds and doesn't dump, that is the Rubik's Cube, man. That is the question that we all are asking. Will Bitcoin dump? There's just not quite enough evidence on the daily for us to believe that the selling's done. We don't have an edge, but we know in the 4-hour we had a little bit of an edge, and XRP's kind of had a little bit of an edge here. You see with the Bulkowski pattern, with the RSI divergence, and how it seems like we've held on to positive momentum for so long, and now we're maybe making these micro higher lows than this low. A stop clearly just below, a little bit below 22.3 cents. I don't want anything to do with XRP if it falls below that, right? Let's go to Bitcoin because it is local on the ATM. Here we are. Wow. Riveting. So higher lows for now. Still holding that RSI trend, but it could break down. Always possible. What's up, 92.5? You get that, man? Did you get the XRP news? Have you heard the good news? XRP might be risen. Or something. Sopranos reference. Oh my god. People are freaking out. Whoops. Okay. Oh yeah. Dr. Rex, man. I mean, like, you must not be watching this show that often. Yeah, I didn't go into the weekly on Bitcoin because we look at it like every stream almost. Inverse head and shoulders on the corn, the Bitcoin. Holding 8,500. You really don't want to. I don't think you want to fall below 8,200, even though I know it would make it a perfect inverse head and shoulders, right? 7,700 kind of is that, you know, where it lines up with the left shoulder would meet with the right shoulder right there. But again, you just got to think critically here. If there is a historical support resistance looking left and you don't break it, all the better. I think that's a good thing. And it could still be a valid potential inverse head and shoulders pattern. So say it never breaks below 8,200. Still could be valid in time. You know, we would want to reverse around this area and then start rallying and eventually test the neckline around 10,500. Because it's almost like a perfect neckline. It's, you know, slightly slanted. It's nice. It's really nice. Okay, this could make us kings. This pattern in linear scale, we're talking 14,274 Panu levels. Joe Panu levels. Pipe dreams, but they always start as dreams, man. This would make dreams come true for a lot of people. Wow. No, not coupled with handle, dude. No, not coupled with handle. The market gods gave us a left shoulder, so we take it. Oh my god, Bitcoin just pumped $5. Nice. Yeah, dude. New day. Jesus chimes for the new day. Let it be decreed that we have survived once more. And we're still above the critical 82 to 8,500 area. Nice.
Bruh.
So I don't think I've ever worn my shirt like this. I've learned that they call, when you wear your shirt like this and you have an undershirt, they call the Canadian tuxedo. So that's what I'm rocking today. Yeah, this is a first ever on stream. 1,000+ live streams, never done, you know, a combo like this. So you're witnessing some sort of history if you care. Nice. Also, be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. Over 5,200 members, extremely active, 24/7. Man, there's someone typing in our general. So that's where we go. This live chat that you love so much, that you're all watching, engaging in, that just moves over to the Discord general chat when the stream ends. And I'm there too, a lot of the time. So if you want to get in contact with me or anyone else in here, you join like everyone else. Wow. Could I get a link for that so I can spam it? That'd be great. Oh god. Canadian tuxedo's a denim shirt? That's like John Denver, dude. That's like Colorado tuxedo, dude. 300 soldiers on the 60 minute. Meh. I don't know. 60 minute, 3 white soldiers. Normally, you know, the strongest soldiers are on the 4-hour daily, weekly. 60 minute, man. Patterns are normally trash. They're just unreliable. But on the 60 minute, it is kind of interesting. The 200 moving average, you're just right at it, right? You've just been below it, and here we are touching it for the first time since, mother God, February 24th. Not overbought. So again, higher lows would lead you to believe maybe, just maybe, there is the composite man acquiring his position. So look on the 60 minute. You see one bottom. You see another bottom that is the same level. You can clearly see a peak here. So it's discernible. I mean, I'm not saying it's a double bottom, but like, you just got to think about the psychology of it all. And this could climb to higher highs, man. There it is. Brad, I mean, like, people asking how to join the Discord, and they see a mod that posts the Discord link a couple times. Well, but I'll spam it, so... I hate it, man. I hate how we have to do this crap. I hate it. I just don't want to even do it anymore, man. Like, the whole expired link, it has to be... It'll expire in an hour because of scammers. It's almost worth trying it. Yeah, HIPAA. It's illegal to share people's medical details, Dan. Yes. Oh, I don't know. Like, that's weird, though. Weird questions in the general chat right now. Oh, yeah, 2 more patrons, and we'll have the same number of patrons we had last month. The 4th best day of the month to join the Patreon, too. So if you're thinking about joining, it is not too late at all. And that is the best way to support this stream. Daniel, we need to send you to the Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good. We can also do good things, too. How do you join the Discord? I don't know. I mean, look at me spamming 3 times the Discord invite in the chat. And mods.
Hey, thanks for all the education. Can you have a look at TLT? Thanks, man.
Thanks, Mitch. Thanks for the 3s. Yep, TLT. Reversing. Why is it reversing, man? Because it's had a stupendous run. Where is it reversing, man? From the high to low, the golden mean ratio. Dark cloud cover, reversal candle painted today. Believe it or not. That might leave a bad taste in some people's mouths, but the context here is far greater than some dark cloud cover, you know, 2 days after that insane bullish hammer was created. So no real bearish well, no, not really any kind of bearish divergence here, but again, the gold mean ratio was hit, and now a bearish reversal candle has been born, and it's very real. Pierced through 50% of the previous candle, opened higher. And that's it. So we could see lower prices. This come back test 152, which is you have to zoom out to see that resistance. It's like an upsloping resistance right up there. We could back test that, but we could go much lower than that too. There are gaps to fill down here. It might just depend on the equity market. Interesting. Very. So the consensus here is that there's not impending price action versus the downside. You are starting to wane on the positive momentum. It was almost class C bearish diver. It's like barely higher levels on much higher prices. So take heed and understand what could happen. We could get, if follow through price action, it's a reversal candle. That's it, dude. What, the one I'm spamming is invalid? Are you serious? Why? Well, dude, I'm just taking the one that was posted. Jesus, dude. This is what I'm about to be done with it. I'm about to be like, we're going to take the risk of getting spammers. Sorry, dude. I'm not doing this. This is like ridiculous. There you go. Spamming the right one, I guess. Okay. So, man, been live an hour and 7 minutes. Covered many parts of different markets. Futures now going down a little bit, sliding. 26,816. Just cracked below 3,100 on the S&P mini futures. That's okay. Man, what a freaking rally today, dude. So insane. Yeah, you missed the stream for the most part. I mean, we're kind of done now. I mean, it's like, this is what I do, man. I go live 7 days a week. We cover the markets. We go over the high points, the low points, what to expect on Bitcoin, and the indices and all that. And I think it's been a pretty good stream so far. XRP, bonding that one, man. That's nice.
Is that a joint?
Is there any reason the NAC is outpacing the SPY and DJX by so much? Does this mean the SPY and DJX have more room to run?
Well, it's like the NASDAQ sold off not as bad. And it's almost like Bitcoin and the altcoins, right? Remember where Bitcoin sold off and it wasn't as bad. The altcoins sold off really bad. And then Bitcoin started recovering and the altcoins are playing catch up. That's what the S&P and the Dow Jones are doing. They're like maybe catching up to the NASDAQ. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, like the NASDAQ, it never fell below the 200-day moving average, really. Whereas the Dow Jones is still below it. Russell 2000 is still below it. The S&P is now above the 200-day moving average. So, no, man, I don't really, it's just the performance. And, mega caps getting wrecked. And industrials, right? I mean, you got Dow Jones, you got a lot of equities tied to globalism in the Chinese economy. So you could understand why it would take a much larger dive. I think I'm going to create this trade setup though. God. Oh, nice. Thanks. We got some new Discord members now. What's up, y'all? What's our number at? We are 5 Discord members from 5,300. Who will be the last 5? Let's go, man. I don't know what my favorite book is, dude. I don't know. I mean, fantasy reading experience was Game of Thrones, all of them. I don't know, 4 kind of sucked. It was good, though. Still great. Yeah. Bitcoin's pumping now, man. Yeah, dude. 24 bucks is a pump. Gab up. If this can route, I mean, almost like a bull pull bull flag in a way, where it's just like impulse up, down sloping consolidation, higher lows, could run again. And we know the targets, 9150 and 9500, kind of where we might go if there's true follow through on Bitcoin. Okay. Soon to be touching 8800 again. But the big resistance is, 8900. Where we've been unable to break above that, and that's pretty much the neckline. You break that, much higher prices. Okay, gonna go create this trade setup for the patrons before it just starts pumping, and then it's like, go figure, I was live when we did a trade setup and couldn't do it officially. So thank y'all so much for freaking watching. Y'all are amazing. You want to learn more about how to trade, how to size up charts, how to identify divergence, all that, join the Patreon. If you enjoy what I do, join the Patreon. So I'll be back. Thanks for the likes, love, support, the contributions. Y'all amazing. We'll see what happens, man. XRP. Don't forget. Until next time. Respect the T. A.
that a joint?
I have a robot vagina.
Adios, turd nuggets.